let's draw our hands up to either side of the lower abdomen, where the energy center, the lower dantian, resides. So palms facing in towards each other. And then we'll start to breathe in, letting the hands float out to the sides. And then draw back in as you breathe out. Hands moving in sync with your breath, going at your own pace. And over time, we'll move towards breaths that are long, slow, deep, and even. Remembering to feel your feet on the earth. Or maybe even imagine them sinking, like they're sinking into sand beneath the ocean. At the same time, you can imagine your chi traveling up your spine, through the crown of your head, holding you upright. Imagine drawing your chi in towards the lower dantian, which is very linked to the kidneys and kind of our root energy and our jing or essence. So that's the essence is something that we don't get more of. We just get a set amount, and that's it. And there's things we can do to preserve it, like Qigong. But we're always diminishing that supply over our lives. And after the next cycle of breaths, you can bring your hands to rest over the lower dantian, just bringing that chi in, deep within. All right, now time to wake up. So we're going to do a little chant for the kidneys. Just one sound, hey, and it's going to come from as deep down as you can, sending a vibration into the body to nourish the kidneys. So it sounds like H-E-Y, hey, and we're going to pulse first as we push the hands out and sink. So pushing the hands out to the side. We'll draw that sound out in sync with this. And so we'll pulse twice. And then the next part is to jump and at the same time push the hands out fully to the side so they're facing opposite sides. So all together we'll do that 3 times through, as loud as you can be. All right, here we go. Hey. And one more time. Hey! Always makes me laugh. And then we'll dump the trash. So we're lifting the hands up overhead, coming up off the heels if that works for you, and then dropping the hands and the heels in sync. Letting the arms be completely heavy as you drop. Letting go of any tension in the shoulders, or anywhere for that matter that you notice. And we might be sinking down as we drop, so the hips sinking down, knees bending, and the back for this one stays tall. So keeping the dumai, the governor vessel that runs up the spine, upright, and dropping down with the hips. And one more release. And then we'll just start to swing the arms forward and back. Again, dead weight and a little bounce in the knees. You can sink a little lower. And we'll do 4. And then on the 5th one, we'll sink lower. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and sink. 1, 2, 3, 4, and sink. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let your arms come to stillness. And then we'll do some tapping. So starting with one shoulder, letting the hand fall heavy. And maybe making a loose fist as you come down the inner arm, sending a deeper vibration into the body, trying to reach the bone. But keeping an open palm over the bonier areas. Don't want this to be painful. Just sending a vibration in to open up the channels. And at the top of the back, you can switch hands if you want. Supporting our immune system. Keep that up all winter long. And then down the sides of the torso with an open palm to the hips. And the other side. And then we'll follow the bladder meridian down the backs of the legs. Around front to the inner legs, following the kidney meridian. And then down the sides of the legs. back around inside. And then we'll take our fingers, tips of our fingers, and let them just bounce on the top of our head, keeping our fists, our wrists nice and loose, stimulating some acupressure points on the top of the head, on the side, wherever feels tender. You can linger, just opening up any blockages. Great. Okay. And then we'll just do a little kidney and bladder meridian stretch, starting with the feet close together. We'll step one out to the side. You can mirror me. And then we're going to bring the arms back and up, back bending if that feels good to you, keeping the back straight if you got any low back issues. And then we'll forward fold and sweep the hands up the backs of the legs, following the bladder meridian to the low to mid back. Tap with loose fists, stimulating the kidneys, and then back down the backs of the legs, around front. Now running the hands over the kidney meridian to the lower dantian. And we'll step the feet together and repeat on the other side, opening up, folding forward, coming up the backs of the legs, tapping, and then coming back down. Round to the inside of the legs, to the lower dantian. And feel free to go at your own pace. It can feel really nice to slow it down. Just really imagine like you're maybe opening up those channels, or sending light, or maybe some calming, flowing water to the meridians. Imagine them running like rivers through your body. Just noticing how you feel. And we'll do it once more on each side. Come back to center. So next we're going to forward fold again. And once we're folded forward, we're going to grasp like we're grasping onto an imaginary wheel and start to slowly turn it up and overhead. So we're going to start folded over with the hands like above the ground. So when you're ready, you're going to grasp that wheel and then turn it either way. Coming up, drawing the hands overhead and back down the other side. Nice and slow. Feeling that stretch through one side of the back and then the other, where the bladder meridians run. And no rush. The next time you reach the floor, we're going to pause and make the circle in the opposite direction. And bring your hands back, down. Let's turn the palms out slightly, drawing them up overhead, gathering in the calm, the courage, power of the water element, and then turning the hands face down as you lower them in front of you, clearing out any stagnant energy. So next, we're going to start to shift our weight from one side to the other, or our center, sending the chi so it's rooted down through one foot and then the other. And as we do, we're turning the torso nice and slow, feeling just a good stretch. And the knee will naturally bend as our weight comes fully into that side. And then shift. So our hips are powering this movement. Perhaps bringing your attention to them. And once you got that down, we'll let the arms float up to the side we're turning towards, and then sweep back down and up to the opposite side. So moving in sync with your legs, just going opposite directions, swaying to opposite sides. The fluidity of the movement of ocean water. Very calm ocean. keeping a bend in the elbows. So rather than raising the shoulders up, just letting the arms float up, keeping the shoulders down, completely down if you can. Even try to relax the shoulders as the arms float up. Maybe imagine your arms being lifted by the ocean wave and then just falling in sync with it. Taking this as slowly as you please to really pay attention to the sensations in your body, to bring softness where you notice tension, to bring lightness. One more time, and then we'll come back to center. And we'll flow right into the next motion. So we're shifting our weight again from one foot to the other, and the knee will again be bending into the side we're shifting. And you want to be a nice stable base, so bow stance, facing the direction of the front foot, the back foot at about a 45-degree angle. Imagine like your feet are on two sides of a railroad track rather than a tightrope. So if you need to adjust your stance, feel free. Again, the arms moving in sync with the legs, this time not opposite to them. You can imagine you are an ocean wave coming up onto shore and then pulling back into the ocean. Again, those hips powering the movement in a way, like they're the deeper, or perhaps like the tide. And then the arms are just the surf, kind of along for the ride. Effortless. And we'll step the feet in and come to that on the other side. Take a moment to get into position. we'll step the feet back together. And now we're going to step one foot in front of the other. So let's see. The back foot again at a 45-degree angle. And this time we're going to be rocking forward and back. So we're coming up off the front toe. So you can see my feet coming up off the front toe as we rock back, and then coming up off the back heel as we rock forward. Nice and easy. And this posture is inspired by the bear. So I've talked about in other classes, the bear is related to the water element in Chinese medicine, or at least in Qigong, for its powerful might combined with its preservation of its resources, very mindful of those, especially in winter. So embodying kind of the heavy movements of the bear, powerful, heavy movements. So we're going to start to let the torso turn in the direction we're going. So turning forward as we rock forward, and then to that back leg as we rock back towards that back leg, towards that side. And we're going to add in some big, easy shoulder rolls. So rolling the front shoulder as you move forward, and then the back shoulder as you rock back. And then we'll let the arms come along for the ride. Our little bear paws. Should feel like a nice, kind of like a massage for the spine. Then as you come forward, you can step forward and we'll flow right into this on the other side. Or you can just take a moment, pause, and reverse. So the opposite foot is forward. Same thing on the opposite side. Step the feet back together. Now we're going to make bear paws in front of the abdomen. I'm going to circle the abdomen one way, paws in front. Feels like a nice abdominal massage. condensing on one side and then underneath, and then opening up through the other side, switching which side is condensing. And come to stillness. And then to a wider stance, scoop up some sparkling ocean water, bringing it to our palms, infusing our hands with the powerful, abundant chi of the ocean. Sinking lower, crossing the hands, uncross overhead, and repeat, still gathering that ocean chi. And then we'll pause with the hands overhead, bringing the feet together, forming a ball of chi between the hands. Rub them together. And then bring them to the kidneys. Nourishing that kidney chi. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Have a great week.